I didn't say we're not concerned. I'm not concerned about a little bit of volatility over 3 weeks.
Another day of market turbulence. Investors unnerved as 25% tariffs on foreign aluminum and steel went into effect, prompting protest from the European Union.
We call on the U.S. to immediately revoke the tariffs.
And retaliation, the EU imposing its own charges on American imports, including bourbon, pitting some in the president's own party against him.
The tariff wars are a big mistake and not good for my state, from bourbon distillers to car manufacturers to the makers of fences, to the builders of homes, to our farmers. Nobody in Kentucky is coming up to me and say, please put tariffs on things.
Trump, undeterred, now threatening 200% tariffs on all European alcohol and vowing not to back off the reciprocal tariffs on all countries slated for April 2nd.
No, look, we've been ripped off for years, and we're not going to be ripped off anymore.
It comes as oil prices could rise as much as $5 a barrel by one estimate after the president let a key sanctions waiver lapse. Russian General License 8L allowed countries to buy Russian oil with the U.S. dollar and the U.S. payment system. The administration now using it as a negotiation tactic in meetings with Putin to end the war.
We're getting words that things are going okay in Russia, and it doesn't mean anything until we hear what the final outcome is. Now we're going to see whether or not Russia's there, and if they're not, it'll be a very disappointing moment for the world.
Putin agreed to a ceasefire in principle, but not without first getting key concessions to end the war, the same kind of resistance Zelensky put up, which prompted a punishment, halting military aid and intelligence sharing. The question now is whether Trump will have to punish Putin, too.
He put out a very promising statement, but it wasn't complete. And yeah, I'd love to meet with him or talk to him. But we have to get it over with fast. You know, every day people are being killed.
Zelensky calling on Trump to force Putin's hand, saying, quote, "We are not setting conditions that complicate the process. Russia is. As we have always said, the only one stalling, the only one being unconstructive is Russia." President Trump said his administration had been talking with Ukraine about land concessions and many other parts of a final peace agreement, including a power plant that both sides want. But where all that stands hinges on a readout that we are awaiting from Steve Witkoff after his meeting with Putin today. At the White House, Jackie Heinrich, Fox News.